Hello. There we go. How's it going? Happy Happy Wednesday. What's going on? Hope we're well. If you're in Twitch, don't forget to use your channel points. Get that out of the way straight away. Use your channel points. They are got no other use currently, so might as well use them. An advert rapidly approaching, and let me just out that one streaming. We've got a little bit of painting to do today. And actually no painting today. Thus far, it's been terrible. I need to get a regular timer to wiggle my Etsy store. And also various other things. What am I forgetting? There is something I'm forgetting, but hello there. Wednesday. I hope you're well. Hope you all had a good day. We've got the 3D printer going. Got some clearing up to do. Hello, Reno. How are you doing today? What's going on? Happy Wednesday to you. I know what I need to. I'm going to do a stupid Instagram. Yep. Saying I'm live. I'm live. No, not love. Live. Change the color. Massively keen on the story thing that Twitch has. It's pretty rubbish. Pretty rubbish. Unless I can't figure out how to make the font large. I don't even know if you can. But I'm all right. I'm okay. Not having a seizure today. That's a bone. At least not. I have my coffee. I have my orange drink, orange juice stuff. I have a miniature to paint. Things are groovy. I've started. I've like one of my first 3D prints orders has come through again. Has come through, so I'm very happy. So that's one has been printed. The second one has been printed at the moment as well. So hopefully that's all good. Cleared up and boxed and sent out by Friday. So it'd be nice to finally get that on the go again. But yeah, we got this Signum Games Mini to slap some paint on. I was really hoping to actually have more paint on it by today, but it's been stupid seizure stuck its oar in, ruined thing. Apologies. Not much to be done about that. What are you up to today? What are you up to today? I forgotten I had applied for. What did I apply for? I'd applied for a key for, not that I was going to get it, but one can always ask, right? What's that thing called? Oh, Doom. Doom. I don't think I'd gotten it. Oz. No. We need to do betterer. Need to do betterer. But hyper-violent. It's not quite what I'd asked for. I can't remember. I've forgotten where I asked for. Is it Keymailer? Suddenly remembered that I wanted to double check. I'm pretty sure it hasn't appeared. Also, Nightbot, are you awake? You doing stuff for YouTube or not? Playing Red Dead? The first one or the second? We're not even live on YouTube. Oh, yes, we are. How weird. I didn't realize it automatically went live. I didn't even change the title. Absolute disaster. Absolute disaster. We've got a lot not set up at all correctly. While I'm streaming, no altered content and recording date. 15th. All right, that's better. I don't. The bot should be awake. Whether or not it actually is, that is a different story. Guess we'll find out. Find out. So where is Keymailer when it's at home? Then we're going to get to painting. Are you number 2? Magnificent stuff. How many times have you played through that game? I did. Start a second playthrough, but obviously we didn't actually finish the second playthrough, unfortunately. Maybe in another time we will finish it. I don't know. We'll have to find it again. The old save games, save files. 01 and a bit. Yeah, it is. It was an enjoyable game. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure I could play it play it all the way through again. I don't really know. I'm gonna have to put some time. Maybe play through that game again. That would be good. Stopped your second on PS4 and okay. On the old PC. I don't blame you there. Why? He requested. Yeah, I requested those keys ages ago. Looks like I'm not going to get them. Very sad. Very, very sad. Yeah. Oh well. Worth a shot. Okay, so that's all right. Not a big deal. Yeah, we just got this mini to slap some paint on, really. I don't really know anything else. Oh, Patch and Colonel turned up this morning as well. So I haven't glued him together. I've literally done nothing, really. But he is on the agenda to get glued together soon, TM. Hopefully very soon I can actually start. Like this weekend, I'm hoping to add some more things to Etsy and then finally like reset my website so I can get back to blogging and remove the dodgy shop which was there. Remove that entirely. Currently hunting a panther. A bit of the old yeah, I was going to make a hilarious cougar hunting joke. Yes. Conradson, hello, how you doing today? Happy Wednesday. Me remembering the day. Well done, me. How are you doing? You're doing fine. Absolutely magnificent stuff. What's on the agenda for yourself? Reno here is playing Red Dead Redemption 2. Tomorrow is holiday in... Oh, is it? What day in particular? I'm wondering if there's any remote... Like, is it a sort of religious holiday? Or is it a sort of country one? Yeah, we don't have... I've got to send a birthday card to my nephew. But that is what I must do tonight. Before I forget. In fact, I'm going to write it before I get to painting. I'm going to write a reminder to get a card ordered for my nephew. There's it's Wednesday. Order. Very important. And we'll do that at... N. Going to be any 10 minutes before. Yeah, that's groovy. All right, good. It's Saint Isidro. Okay, as a Peasant's Day. So tell me about that. What goes on? Like, is there any sort of particular food which is eaten, or is it like what goes on? I've seen Saint Isidro in churches all around Europe. Okay, I'm not familiar. So now you've sounds. I don't. I might be hallucinating on that one actually. I might be hallucinating on this one. Paste. Thousand years ago. Oh, the late Isidro the Laborer. Okay. Become the patron of farmers and rural communities. Patron of Madrid. And the United States National Rural Life something or other. Okay. Right. Rock on. Ah, okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. Oh, okay. So is that like that's a public day off work, or I mean it's is it like a public holiday day off work, or is it just a day and everyone just like, oh yeah, it's that day. Off work, nice. So what's the plan for yourself? What are you going to be doing? There's also a party. I mean, you could have just led with the party part, and I would have been all over that. Magnificent stuff. Okay. People dress in clothes. Oh, okay. Ah. Nice. So is that what you're going to be doing? Is that your day sorted out? Okay, so I was thinking about this last night. What I was originally planning on doing was oil paints. Like black oil paint over. I've since decided is maybe we can thin down some black contrast paint, and then smush it over all of these bits so it does its contrast thing and leaves this bluish color on the highlights. That's what I reckon we're going to do. So it's gonna darken everything down, and then I mean it's gonna be slightly messy. It's not going to be ideal, but it's a thing which is going to happen. I just need to tidy up a few more bits and pieces. The metal color, for example, up here, this needs a little. It is said that one. It is said that it is said that one is more. Too low. 8. Okay then. I have absolutely no idea what I just said. It could have been something absolutely horrific. You could have been playing on my complete lack of knowledge there. Could have been an utter rascal. However, I know better. I know you are far from. I'm actually just looking for paint right now. If you're wondering what the hell not. It was the paint I was using yesterday. Chulo Maiming Cool. Oh, okay. People eat waffles? Go. As soon as stream's over, I'm gonna mentally want to fly over because I love waffles. I am definitely keen on that waffle. Hold on, seriously, where is the paint that where the devil? Gonna get there in the end. That's Griffin. Okay, we're not using silver. The color we want is aluminium. What I wanted to do today was I did want, like, the desk to my right is got miniatures all over it. The original plan was I wanted to actually pack them away because I'm not going to be getting around to painting them. They are on the agenda, but not yet. The plan was to get them. So I'm going to put them back into the box. So actually, that was a bit more space clear. I'm very. That's chrome paint. But it has something else, also a pride thing. Wait. We're talking about... oh, okay. I see. I see. So is it like a... Ah, there it is. It's behind the massive glass of orange juice. All right. We're going to get a little bit of it done. 8 was the tram that went to St. Isidro's, and young men used to try to have some... Did they fail? Not everyone is, you know, has great luck. Some people apparently are that lucky. All right, so we're going to use this paint now. My granddad had luck. You met your grandma at church. Was it love at first sight, or was there some? Did someone take a lot of like the coincidence? What I'm looking for? Did someone need a lot of like talking into it? Like courting. Is that the right words? I think so. Okay. I've changed the camp we are. And I got metal paint. I got metallic paint on me already. Absolutely magnificent. Just what I want. And he played his tricks on her while she was trying to... Excellent. Excellent stuff. Well, that's good. Well, it depends what kind of tricks they were. I mean, I'm sure they were. Use the collage to do so. Sorry. That's fantastic. Sorry. I'm very childish, obviously. To stop her getting inside. Oh no. My granddad did the gentleman's job. Did he wear a cloak? I'm not sure. In my mind, he's like throwing a cloak over this collage so that she could walk over it. Or did he carry her? What happened? What am I missing out here? There we go. Are they married? Aww. That is a lovely thing. That's a lovely thing. Batman's Kitchen, hello. Oh God, seriously. Seriously, if they gave me, I would... I personally have a bit of a hankering for the glaive. I've got a major hankering for the glaive. I mean, I would happily take a plastic fell blade or any of the other ones which I can't remember the names of. But the glaive for me would be the first purchase. I would be all over that. Like, I don't know, something. But yes, I do agree. It needs to happen. I reckon maybe with like the latest, like, I was going to say release. What I was going to use? Leaks. Maybe they're going to finally get around to a super heavy tank. Paint is very strong. Kind of weird. So all this happened around 90 years ago? God. That is a long, long time ago. I don't even know what I'm painting now. I just put some paint on the brush for no reason. I was too sidetracked by the thought of plastic fell blades, glaives, and other saucy things. I don't know if I painted the right thing there. Oh well, we will. If I painted the wrong thing, it's fine. We'll make amends. And all will be groovy. Okay, so we needed to paint. So those tubes are going to be grey. Either side of the mask, face, front bit of the helmet. Flame Cedro's wife is Santa Maria de la Cabeza, Saint Mary of the Head. Oh, okay. So are they like both sort of? I don't know. I don't know how to describe what I'm trying to say. Oh no. Are they both kind of big in Madrid? I think that's one. Yeah, that is what I'm trying to say. Also, but in Andalusia, you have Lady of the Head. What, is another one? Lots of lovely ladies. We are making an absolute pig's ear of this. Fine. It's fine. We're gonna make it all work. You know what would also make me happy? While they're making super heavy tanks in plastic. Obviously the Plastodon. Making the Plastodon in, well, obviously plastic, the name. That needs to happen. Screw it, the Gorgon as well. I have got a resin Gorgon, but a plastic one would be sweet. And amazing. I would like it a lot. You have plenty. Yeah, I know, but one needs more Heresy tanks in plastic. That's the thing. That is the thing. Comradson, you know. One always needs more. Do you not agree? The little skull there, that's going to get painted gold. That needs more bronze action. As a horn. Problem is though, if they start doing super heavy tanks in plastic, then I got an issue. Like, I think the glaive I've already mentally designated for my Imperial Fist, but then obviously accidental Death Guard probably will need a big. They got a Typhon already. This is the problem. I've already designated the Cerberus going to the Imperial Fist, and they forget the glaive as well. They're getting a lot of hot weapons. Whereas the Death Guard, they've got the Typhon and the... What else do they have? They've got some Vindicators. Really sure if I need to just rejiggle things. Finally. Who knows? I certainly don't. See, I was originally... You know what? We're actually going to commit. But we already did commit on that side. We just didn't commit around the front. Ash this in. Right. So. Got to try. I almost didn't stream to YouTube today. I almost thought, you know what, today we have to actually concentrate. I might just stream to Twitch, put on some music, and wiggle my eyebrows. Seriously. But in the end, we obviously have streamed to YouTube. Got to do this bit right. I watched Life last night. That's the film I watched. Concentrate, Reno. I know. It's like wishful thinking. One day, I'm going to impress everyone and actually manage to do it. I don't know when that day is going to happen. However, you know, hope springs eternal. Whose birthdays are rapidly approaching? He's got this little he's got a crotch goblin. He's got like some sort of weird demon face on his crotch. Ain't that gold? Butters, hello. How you doing, young man? Happy Wednesday. A lot of tidying up on this mini to do. My God. I am all right. Hi, Stephen. This is Clem Fandango. Can you hear me? Hold on. Wait, I missed some. Hold on. I missed some stuff. One is Sidro's, the other Jesus' mother. Oh. Oh, I see. I see. Okay. Big Mary. May disappear, and the boy is home from school and causing havoc. Of course he's causing havoc. That's what he's there to do. Keep you on your toes. What are you working on? So this is from hopefully that will go out. Hopefully, well done, YouTube. Whether or not the YouTube bot actually wakes up and does the link. So we got this is some of the sort of Terminator styled things. I also have another one of their miniatures, which I'm going to hopefully paint tomorrow. That's tomorrow's project. That is what I'm working on. And I'm better than I was this time last week. I didn't stream last Wednesday because I had 2 seizures. Fun. But what is the best way? Have the greatest day possible. Yes, 2 seizures. Bit garbage, really. I had one, then I managed to get to bed and passed out for several hours. I woke up, went to the bathroom, had another. So it's been a bit heading over. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Well, I'm trying to be positive about it, but one of those things which could potentially just like, you know, end one's life, just like happening every so often is stressful. I don't know why Nightbot hasn't put the thing into YouTube chat. Why is it not doing anything? What's up, Beamy? Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, I don't know. It's not the greatest. It's not the greatest condition to have. It's mostly under control, but obviously they keep happening every so often, which is slightly. How you doing, Beamy? What's going on? Ah, the old white, those very fancy dresses. Doing some sweet, sweet dancing in the streets. I would not be able to do that because I can't dance sober. I would have to be very inebriated, even consider thinking I have some sort of, you know, rhythm. You're good, but you're good, Beamy? Hell yeah. Chot, I can't pronounce that. It's another word I can't pronounce. It's another Spanish word I can't pronounce. It's all right. Oh, it's the Madrid stance. Have you mastered it? Are you the master? You heard him, folks. First round is on Badger. Yeah, literally. Yeah, I mean, I'm very happy buying. Problem is, I know when I get too drunk. This is my problem when I used to work for Disney. I used to get quite drunk, and then I would happily buy many people drinks for no reason. Stupid. As a man, you have to spin slow. You only have to spin slow. Well, I'm gonna get dizzy and have a. I'll get dizzy. So I'll need to counteract the dizziness with some booze. Over a brick, ladies do all the work, as they should do. As they should do. Because that's the only way I'll be able to do a dance. Is like if my partner does all the dancing for me. I just stand there Just stand there, ideally. Spinning around a brick or something is also a viable thing I could... beyond that, though, yeah. It's all booze powered. All booze powered. Lots of pointing. Lots of pointing. And almost said something else then. Yeah. Need to get... This paint is really chunky. This the temperature of this room is not helping. Also, you may go to the Zazuela. I'm so sorry. I tried it at school. It was just the biggest. I could not handle the language. It's too complicated for uni brain. Spanish operators. Oh, I like this. I'd go to some of those. Absolutely. I would definitely go to see some of those. Whatever the word is, attend. Although if I have to dance as a result, I might have to stand at the back and hope no one. What's up, Dom? How you doing, dude? Happy Monday. Oh, bloody hell. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. One of those days, unfortunately, yet again. This is a Kickstarter at the moment, which is... Get it up on screen. One of them, festivity on the 15th of August. It gives an idea of these holidays. Here we go. Let's look at this Kickstarter. It's this Kickstarter. 3 days left. So, you know, there is room, there is time to get this funded. But they are some pretty sort of chaotic naughty boys. The whole sort of range of them. So I've got like, excuse me, I'll show you the ones I've got some bikes, and I'm very keen on this thing at the moment. They got a whole bunch of things. So I've got these ones, these Oblivion Wardens right here. We're painting this geezer right here, bottom right. And I also have, where is he? Where is he? Jeff? Here he is. I've got this one as well. So I'm going to attempt to paint that basically Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That's the plan, at least. Yeah. Oh, they're very nice sculpts. So it's been run by Legends of Signum. They have a My Mini Factory page. They have their own website. Not sure. I don't know if they have a... My brain is suggesting that they have a Patreon, but I think I'm actually hallucinating on that one. But they do have... You can get all their... Like, I've got a bunch of their stuff. I supported them ages and ages ago when they first sort of appeared. When they first sort of had a My Mini Factory base. And they got some really nice stuff. This is like sci-fi, obviously, you know. But they also have a lot of fantasy kind of stuff. Girl painting, hello. How the devil are you? Happy... Wait, hold on. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. I keep getting days muddled up. I think it's like health issues causing me problems. That's my excuse, at least. Yeah, so that's what we're working on today. I had meant to be doing more work on them, but unfortunately I had a seizure which annihilated me for a week. So we're actually way behind where we wanted to be, unfortunately. But there we go. Such is life. We're using this bad boy. Decayed metal. You're fine. Everything is fine. Ooh. Oh, I should stop punching the light. You're okay. Just finished a prosecutor. Okay, please remind me, which one are the prosecute? My brain is suggesting that they're flying ones. I don't actually know if that's true. I'm not really up on Stormcast Eternals. I do have a Stormcast Eternal geezer. I got this geezer right here. He was in storage, and unfortunately, this staff was like very bent. It was all the way down here. I'm slowly rebending it back, and then sometime we shall paint him. I don't know what color though. The winged ones. Hey, look at me knowing something without even intending it. It's right on. It's just I had the first seizure at like 2:30 last Wednesday in the afternoon, so about an hour and a half before I was supposed to stream. I passed out, obviously, and then thankfully the builder was in the house. Well, anyway, so I managed to get to bed, and then like 7-ish. I'm not really sure. I don't know when. I woke up and managed to go to the loo, and then I had a seizure after that, which was fun. So yeah, which is a bit of a rarity having two seizures for me at least. Like that, they're normally like back to back if I have them, rather than like a several-hour gap. That's the leader of the underworlds. Is it? Is it? That would explain a lot, because I have a few of them. I just don't know what. I have painted Stormcast things before. In fact, I'm going to show you just because. Just so I have some proof. So I can remind myself. Where the devil are you? It wasn't great. It wasn't great. So I've had a pretty awful weekend. Had a pretty awful weekend. It wasn't great. And then we slowly been getting back together. Still can't string a sentence together properly, but I don't think that's ever gonna. I don't think that'll ever be a. We'll ever truly recover. with our speaking problems. What the hell am I looking for? Stormcast Eternal things. I have some painted. Now this was like the first one I painted years ago. When I got back into the hobby, I went to Tottenham Court Road Warhammer shop. And I rolled into the shop and be like, yo, what's up? I want to paint some minis again. They gave me this thing. And I was like, what the devil is this? Obviously, it's... Oh, I got another one here. Who's this one? Apparently, I also got sidetracked then as well. Stormsire's Cursebreaker. Oh, okay. He comes with 2 evocators. I kind of like this one, but she is a bit filthy. I just wanted to really show you the ones I liked. What? I've got pictures of them, I promise. Here we go. I don't know who these two are. But I did like this scheme. Yeah, let me hold girl painting. Let me give you a permit, and then I would love to. Yes, figure out where I'm typing. Ooh, those are. Oh yes, okay, all right. That makes sense. There we go. Drop a link. Oof. All right. Sorry, I'm sorry. I saw this dreadnought first, and I thought that dreadnought's sweet. Sorry, I love a dreadnought. Okay, so these are the did you say judicators? Is that the word you said? Prosecutors. With the flaming, are the flaming wings an option? Like, is like the flamey bits? Is that like you choose to put those on or not? I like. It looks like you can go either or with that. I'm not sure though. I like the wingy jetpack, the wingy bits. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Sweet, sweet. The melter on the dreadnought. I love a melter. Oh, it's one. Oh, it's one part. Is it? Huh. I know I have seen people use these as basis for sort of 40k things. Maybe like what are they? The Blood Angel, the golden geezers. I'm now drawing a complete and utter blank on them. What the hell are they called? Sanguinary Guard. I think I've seen people use them as a basis for Sanguinary Guard. It seems like a ripe opportunity for them. The old ones had like 30 strand. Oh god, that sounds like a lot more work. That sounds like a lot more work. Oh, I like that. I like that power sword you did. Well, I do really. I'm always a bit, never 100% sure if I can do like glowy, lava-y thingies. Really like that power sword. Very cool. Or hot, say. Super fragile and prone to break. Oh god, yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. That's the thing about like so many of these model kits. They look fantastic. Like, I don't know if it's specifically just Age of Sigmar stuff. I'm pretty sure it's not just Age of Sigmar stuff, but there does seem to be a lot of really fragile bits. For example, I know this is not technically Age of Sigmar, although I suppose it is. This one right here from Cursed City. This has already broken at least once, and it's like on the foot. And like there's a tiny little triangle of like attachment where it sticks onto the base, and it just broke off and was very miffed. I will eventually get this one. Lava swords are super easy, barely an inconvenience. That sounds right up my street. That sounds right up my street. The stipple with a sponge, from white over yellow to orange, red, and black. I mean, now you say it like that. I mean, that does sound somewhat easy. Even I can do that, potentially. I'm going to have to give that a go. I'm going to have to give that a go at some point. Just need to find the right project to stick it on. It really is. I know. I absolutely do trust you. I absolutely do trust you. It's just, I've never, because I have tried it in the past. I'm just wondering if I have a picture of it. My version of it. I don't think I would. I've done. You know, I think I have attempted it once and I wasn't massively keen on it, so I just painted over it something else. I wasn't massively keen on my rendition of it, so I scrapped it. Terrible of me. I will give it another go. I have Sponge right next to me after all. I need to order get some more actually. Oh yeah. Right. You told people on stream, grab a piece of sprue and try it. I will do that. I got to stay relatively focused today. I can't get distracted. But getting a bit of sprue, I will absolutely yeah, I'm gonna have to give that a go. Do it! That's what Big E said. I was able to do the lava sword and you're a much better painter than I. Well, it's very generous of you, Don. Thank you. But I'm very I'm never happy with my own work. I have to, which is why I'm never like it always before I get back to commissioning and get commission painting again. I've got to get a bit happier with my own painting again. I always feel I can do better for like someone paying for a miniature to be painted. I don't know if that rings true with anyone else. Did we see the new the leeks, by the way? Has anyone seen the leeks? Not the vegetables. Oh, hello. Reno, thank you so much for the 23 months. I almost pressed the wrong button. About 4 times, Nate. Oh, it's 5 times. Got an auxiliary tickle there. Thank you very much, Reno. Thank you so much. You always get flatulence from leaks. Well, it is. They are. I mean, leaks are great. I love them, but it does come with that. You know, I was going to say a bonus. The Horus Heresy 3.0 or whatever you want to call it, the Saturnine one. To me, honestly, Don, I saw that, and you were basically the first person I thought of when I saw that box set. I thought, ooh, might be right up Don's street. Right, we got to finish off painting this little. Totally, I'm not 30k, but I'd like the. Yeah, I thought you might. I thought you might. And I was trying to look at them and going, if I get that box, assuming it's real. I was pondering, do I accidentally start getting salamanders as well on top of all other armies? It's a strenuous thought. I like the Mark. I'm liking the look of the Mark II armor. I have some Mark II armor printed out already, but I was also thinking, well, they could be like veteran ultramarine. Mark II fancy armor. If you had to choose between leeks, lentils, onions, or kidney beans. I've never actually considered onions to be a a thing which has caused that. Maybe I've been sleeping on that. Maybe I've not known that at all. I don't know. Does that cause flatulence with yourself? I mean, for me, it's... What was the list again? I don't know. I think from kidney beans, I don't know. Yeah, kidney beans probably. I don't actually eat lentils too often. I don't hate them or anything. It's just rarely get to use them. Kidney beans, though. I love a kidney bean. Asking for a Death Guard friend. Totally understand that. We all like. I think everyone likes Death Guard, surely. Raw onions? Really? I mean, I love onions. Evidently, I've been not paying attention. I just love onions so much. Not even registered. Interesting. You regularly make lentil soup? I mean, I think lentils are... I do sling... when I do make soup, lentils definitely do get slung into it a fair amount. I just don't make those sort of soups too often. I'm a bit weird when it comes to soup. Generally, I like soups to be smooth. Not massively keen on like weird lump soups. Unless I'm sort of mentally prepared for it. If I know the soup is going to be chunky ahead of time, then I can be all about it. But generally, I just like smooth soups. We tried a butterbean soup the other day, and it was phenomenal. Yeah, butterbean, absolutely adore those as well. Yeah, like when what was the last soup I used? Where's butterbeans and kidney beans and black-eyed beans? Is that what they're called? I don't know what the hell. They were very delicious. It was really good. Red onions. Raw onions, white or red? Yeah, I know. I totally agree with you, Reno. I love red onions, and I just love raw onions, really. Caramelized onions as well. Big fan of a caramelized onion. If your onions can read, I think it's time to throw them out. Yeah, I do love onions. They're good people. What was it? What went into your butterbean soup? Out of interest, I'm trying to remember the recipe that I did, which had them in it. I'm gonna have to Google it at some point. We're absolutely staying focused on painting today, but at the same time, I'm goblin. I know it's not an actual. I want to normalize eating them like an apple. I have done that in the past. Although I don't think I finished it. I've definitely taken a big old chunk out of one. Bloody good. But sometimes they're a bit, can be a little bit, they can be very sharp. And I don't know if that's specific. Maybe that's mostly like white onions. Red onions are a bit more, a bit more succulent. Smash burger and caramelized onions, fried onions and raw onions. You know what? I don't know how long smash burgers have been around. How long have those things exist? I think I've only known about them for a year. I want to say some hard greens like kale. I'm not okay. I'm not on board the kale train. By the way, I think big kale are in association with big pharma. Okay, I can't get on board with the kale. Or charred beans, heavy cream, always slap that in there. Sun-dried tomatoes, garlic. You forget crushed red pepper. Hell yes. Spinach, yes. Kale, no. Kale, listen. All right. Kale used to be cow food, okay? And then they thought, you know what? How can we make more money out of this? Oh yeah, let's label it. Let's call it a superfood, and then we can just milk the humans as well. Not only can we milk the cows, we can milk the humans. We never tried it before, and definitely getting added to our regs. Yeah, absolutely. I like a spicy soup. I mean, I love just a plain tomato soup, like Heinz tomato soup. I absolutely adore that one, and I know it's incredibly basic, but I usually find eating crusty bread with it. That's the winning thing for me. What about my message? Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. I don't read chat in Twitch. I read it in like a mixed Twitch and YouTube. Apparently the words onion smash were that wasn't allowed? Onion smash. I no idea what Twitch thought that was. I'm sorry. It wasn't. I don't suggest smashing onions. No matter how frisky one gets. Rocky like a hurricane? Hell yes. How are you doing today? Paint games. What's going on? Happy Wednesday. I almost said Tuesday. I came really close to it. Since the dawn of time. I'm over the whole smash burger fad. Give me a meaty lump. I'm not entirely sure what. Is it just like a burger which has been literally smacked? You just smack that meat. They do be milking us. Yeah. Like every time I go to a pub, which isn't not massive amount of pub going I go to these days. Kale seems to be on absolutely every single dish. Like, you can't pull one over on me, sunshine. I know what you're about. Now Twitch even asked me about sending it. Strange. I don't know. I think it was like the word smash onion, or the other way around, was the issue. But I've allowed it now. I'm not sure what Twitch thinks that means. Maybe I'm being really naive. Maybe I'm absolutely as innocent as I say I am. I have no idea. That might mean something else, and I've just allowed it through naively. Lurk away, Reno. Adverts. Oh, God. Doing good. Have some homemade tea cookies. Tell me about these homemade tea cookies. By the way, I do apologize. Normally, like I used to have Twitch and YouTube chat merged here. Unfortunately, because I dual streamed Twitch and YouTube. Hello, YouTube. Twitch have an issue with merged chats on a live stream, so I've had to nuke it. I do apologize. Tell me about these tea cookies, though. Paint games, please. I am absolutely starving, and talking about food is really helping. Finishing your Nighthaunt, Spirit of Torment. I have How's that coming along? Almost finished. Hell yes. Pass. Oh my god. I've lost the ability to speak English. It's been a long time coming, and it's finally here. Smash or pass? Solo. Hello. Going on. Happy Wednesday to you. 3-minute commercials. That's it. Solo, happy Wednesday to you. Happy day! Oh, happy day. Okay, absolutely winging this today. Absolute travesty. We're going to make it will eventually daily all. Folks, what are you all up to today? You're all eating food? Hold on. They're inspired by cookies your mum took home from her trip to London. The homemade millionaires. Oh. I love those. Like I've made now we're the painting part of the stream is basically over. We're now on to the food part of the stream. So if you go to my ancient, hypothetically, if you go to my ancient Instagram, where I did baking, I have made, I'll show you the better picture of them, millionaire shortbread before. Not in a hot minute though, obviously. That's an absolute travesty. But admittedly, I was like living in storage for a while. So I have made them before. They were bloody delicious. You've been released from commercial prison. Hallelujah. I do apologize. Do apologize. But yes, I have made these bad boys before, and they were bloody amazing, if I'm allowed to say so. I did make them another time. And the picture wasn't so great. I think I was too desperate to actually eat them. I was absolutely starving, and they were a bit melty. Like I think that the issue was the caramel. Oh, I've got the excuse here, in fact. The picture is pretty mediocre, unfortunately. However, in my defense, I was in a rush to go to the pub. Yeah, because the caramel, like too melty. Didn't leave it long enough. Like the shortbread wasn't cold enough. The caramel was too warm, and then yeah, there wasn't the best picture. Caramel didn't set, so that was a tragedy. It was really yummy though. In these 3 streams I've been on, this is the first one I've seen. Hey, we paint, I promise. We absolutely do paint. It happens. Hey, Lothius, what's up? Come on, Shepherd, you saucy beast. Hello. You cut away from it has arrived. Once there was an explosion. Talk to me about EVE Online. What did I cut away from? What, the painting? Or the... Greetings and salutations. Hello, Moon Eyes. What's going on? By the way, I will absolutely say this pizza here was very delicious. I used some of my sourdough starter, caramelized onions, gorgonzola cheese, parma ham, rocket, and figs. Figs was a unexpected hit on this pizza. Really good. I do paint, I swear to God. But the problem is paint games. I work from home, basically, and streaming is my socializing. So I try and paint as well, but I also just, like, run my mouth as well. Was it some sort of Millionaires? Yes, this was exactly some sort of Millionaires, Lathius. You stopped Eve? Did you? Are they not just about to come up with something new? Hey, Zombella. Hey, listen, we attempt. We consider it. We consider painting. How you doing, Zombella? Since when? I don't know. Like, a long time ago. We technically paint. Hold on, let me catch up on chat. I know I'm missing something. Speaking of Death Stranding, I'd pay a Death Stranding skirmish game. Wait, what? Were we talking about Death Stranding? Like I said, it doesn't take long for me to drop the ball. Yeah, it's but are they not starting? Was it Eve Legion or something? Is that some new something or other? Where you fight other porters and mules for packages. Okay, so I still don't understand that game. I'm still not. You're going to have to explain it to me. I've watched people stream it before. I think I even own that game. I think I might technically even own that game. For some reason, I mean, I wouldn't have purchased it. I do. I got the director's cut for some reason. I have no idea why I have it. Before I forget, did you see my post? I did not. I'm sorry. I had a seizure last week, and I've not been 100% paying attention to Discord. I do apologize. I stopped when I got hooked and was spending £100 a month. Solitaire, hold on. Solitaire. What were you spending £100 on? That looks delicious. Thank you very much, Latius. I can cook. I promise. I can bake, at least. I'm not like a wizard. I'm not like a cooking wizard. But I can bring a meal together. What should I paint next? Your spearhead, the last liberator, the Lord Vigilator, and the Lord Veritan, or another prosecutor. I would go with a character. Then I would go with the liberator. Then I would do another character. Then I would do the prosecutor. Then I'd do the character. That's what I would do. Like to... Yeah, that's what I would do. Someone said once there was an explosion. Oh, okay. All right. I didn't realize that was a quote from the game. I'd help if I played it. I'm impatiently waiting to pay the Zombella. Likewise. I asked for a key, but obviously I'm not good enough to get a free key, so I'm going to have to attempt to buy that game at some point. I did not know they used shortbread. The one your mum bought had Rice Krispies. Oh, okay. That's another way of doing it, yeah. When I tried to recreate them, they ended up crumbly. Okay. Yeah, well, I mean, I've definitely seen sort of that sort of, like, millionaire, like, cookie kind of thing done with Rice Krispies, and then they just, like, soak them in something gooey. I don't know what, and then caramel and chocolate on top. Are you gonna... Zombella, are you just gonna play through the entire game? Start to finish. It's free on Game Pass. I don't do Game Pass, though. Explain Death Stranding. My voice just went weird then. I might. Okay, I might. I'll consider playing it. Legion is the next expansion. Oh, okay. Apparently, they're going to be getting like people in game, like in-game corporations, doing starter missions and stuff like that. I thought was basically already a thing, almost like with like courier kind of contracts and stuff like that. But I guess they were expanding beyond that. Would you like me to repost? And if so, here, Moon Eyes, you can do both. I need to sneeze though. Hello? Yeah, okay, we're good. Silver Scratch Productions, hello. How you doing today? Happy Wednesday. What's going on? By the way, just so you know, I do dual stream to Twitch. So if you see me blabbering or hear me blabbering to someone and you wondering where that's directed to, there's some people on Twitch. So it's unfortunately like, oh hello, that's my finger. There used to be a merged Twitch YouTube chat here, but Twitch has issues with that, so I had to nuke it, unfortunately. Rightfully sorry about that. 6 accounts and then some in-game currency. More accounts, surely. More accounts. I don't know. I do get tempted to fire the game up occasionally. But I did have quite a few accounts at one point. So I don't want to go down that rabbit hole again. I have it downloaded. I just can't play till 5 PM. That is terrible. That is terrible. I mean, it's 5:25 here. So technically, if I had Game Pass, which I don't, I could hypothetically. Death Stranding. Postman Simulator. Yeah, I just... like, I watched Slam stream it, right? I couldn't get it. Like it just didn't click in my brain, right? My excuse. Painting 40k Dark Angels in 30k. That's what basically what I thought. I thought we'll go with. That's what I wanted to go with vaguely. With these bad boys. You'll play it till I beat it. Doom games are the one game I actually complete. You really enjoy them because they're bloody amazing. That's why it's on Bella. They're bloody amazing. Avast behind. What's up, Gabba? How you doing? I've got the air compressor was on. Do you paint Malifaux? I do not own Malifaux. I suppose like I could I mean I would add them to my throne or something like that, and people could hypothetically, if they wanted to see me paint Malifaux. I spend there's my throne though. Not that I have it on there. Yeah, it's mostly GW stuff for me. Like that's been my thing since 1990. But I do paint other stuff, obviously, but I've not got around to Malifaux yet. I would do want to tickle sort of Infinity at some point as well. I've no aversion to painting Malifaux. It's just literally a money thing. Don, you didn't approve of that comment from Lathius. Gabba, guess who's appeared? Guess who's back? I got that geezer. He's on that desk right now. The catching Colonel. You almost bought a Sentinel. Just do it. Do it. What's holding you back? Seriously. That's my question to you. What's holding you back? A bit of. I've been avoiding painting this entirely. The last Doom was solid. You know what? I don't actually know if I finished that one. I think I got really sidetracked. Doom. Did I? You know what? I don't think I did. It's an absolute travesty. What happened? When did I last play this? Shh. No, I don't think we did. What we did? We streamed it. We streamed. Oh god, I don't even know. Anyway, maybe we can play the new one on the brand new YouTube channel. Back again. Silver. I am painting I'll show you. Show you what I'm painting. From a Kickstarter. Whee! I just spilled coffee on my desk. That's why I look. This is a Kickstarter at the moment. I now have to mop up the coffee that Fine. So this is from Signum Games. Legends of Signum. The mountain of plastic in and about your house. No. That's not a mountain. Listen. That plastic needs reinforcement, Scabber. Right? You're doing it a disservice by not buying the Sentinel, right? Doing it a disservice by not buying that Sentinel. Ideally, you should really be buying 2, but I'm not. I won't push the matter on that particular front. Any mound of plastic needs some extra legs. My brain just went straight to the gutter with that sentence, Latius. So this is a Kickstarter right now. There are loads of resin minis from Signum. I'm painting. I'll show you the one I'm packed. Lots of blokies with wingies. Lots of vehicles. So I'm painting not those guys. The Oblivion. One of these guys. This one here. And I also have Puppy Power. This one, the paint as well, who is I'll just go in a second. I'm going to be painting him off camera, and hopefully I'll be able to make a video relatively quickly. I don't know. It really depends. I'm waiting on a new desk. Well, I say a new desk, an old desk, repurposed desk. It's not a pile of shame, it's more of a heap. I don't have a pile of shame. I have future content, and I've rebranded it. I managed to rebrand it. And that's given me sort of like, I no longer feel the shame. The shame has dissipated. Not that there was much shame to begin with, but Dragon's Horde, yes, I keep forgetting that one. I feel terrible every time I get reminded. That is a good term. But yes, that's what we're painting. Gross. Right, where was I? Nightbot, did you do anything that I've asked you to do, Nightbot? Done. I don't know. Fine. All right. Get back to painting. Yes, we are. We might eventually get back to painting as well on this channel. Don't want to push things. Right. Yeah, Gabba. So buy yourself a Sentinel. Oof. Right. Did check some. Oh. Oh, Moon Eyes. Okay, thank you so much, Moon Eyes. I send you a message. Sorry, I should have. All right. I will soon. I just need some more Catachan bits. Oh, God. Yeah, I'm printing out. So I'm printing out some of those tunnel rats. A couple more of them. Because I had to fire the printer up today because there was a slight hiccup on one of the 3D prints I was doing. I thought, oh, okay. Well, I have to print anyway. I might as well print out another couple of, like, these aren't the ones I printed out today. So I printed out the Harker one, the bloke with the mini the heavy bolter, and the woman with the chainsword, and I think maybe another one, someone with like a multi-melter or something. So I have some test bodies to do some painting things. I'm not 100% sure what I want to go with camouflage-wise yet. If you have to rebrand it, your pile is so big, people might mistake it as a game. Well, yes. Well, this is the thing, isn't it? Is that thing. Like, basically, the cupboards behind me are all jammed full of future content. What I've got here is I've got shyish purple. Not really sure if that's the right move. We got Leviathan blue. The pile of shame is so big, Games Workshop tried to release it as a new terrain kit. Hey man, I would love some. I'm trying not to get sucked into the idea of making sweet contrast, sweet terrain. I don't know how sweet it would be. It would be terrain at least, but I don't know why I've got. I don't remember which of these paints I like. Which is the good? The Black Templar? Black Legion. I get confused. It grants cover saves. Very good. That's all I gotta say. It's very good. I mean, in my defense, it has worked out quite well because, like, with GW pricing as it is, like even with using Element Games, using my affiliate link, saving me money. Like, the prices are still bloody high. So, like, I'm purchasing a lot less things these days Obviously, the Catechin thing is a separate issue, but we don't talk about that. So I mean, because I got like these cupboards already full of stuff, I don't really feel the need to be buying like. I don't quite have that urge to buy all the things these days, which is good for my wallet. I do obviously occasionally buy things, and I will keep buying new things like that actually intrigue me. Like this, Saturnine Heresy thing. I will acquire that. And that will become YouTube content. So I don't feel too bad about that sort of stuff. I would be interested in. But I have other projects to keep me afloat until those sorts of interesting things happen. Unfortunately, I am also finding myself more and more tempted to buy accidental. I have like weird ribbing down the side of these things. I'm just avoiding paint. What the hell I was saying? There was an important. Well, there was certainly a point. I don't know how important. Oh, okay. Right. Well, it's so ancient the Adeptus Mechanicus had to carbonate. Hey, I wish I had more old stuff. That's what I would love that. I would love to have some more sort of second and third edition. That would make me very happy. Even going up to fourth and fifth edition. Thanks, Nightbot. Really no. What I had in mind is going to. Got a little bit of leg there. We'll attempt. I'm going to. I don't think this. I think what we do is smack on Black Legion. But I think it's Black Legion. Black Templar. I like one of these. I think that's been barely used. I didn't think it. Bad boy. We'll give this a go and hope it works. Your pile of shame is so fat it is now its own gravitational field. And started to pull in other piles as moons. Hey, that would be pretty sweet. Just by its own existence, it starts growing. It starts pulling in more content. This has been closed since last Wednesday. Not actually decreased. However, yeah, so as I said, I'm not like buying every brand new thing. Much as I originally want. Oh, because of the price. Hmm. Cursed Eldar. What about the Eldar? Like I have some Eldar, but I'm really like if they release what's his features, Cassandra as I always call the Phoenix Lord, the Striking Scorpions. If they release that, then I would be more tempted to do a army with them basically as many Striking Scorpions, the spider boys and girls, and the other ones I like, the dragons, the melty dragons. I think those are the ones I like the most. What can you imagine? Well, they're gonna come up with a new chaos. It already exists, and I'm just completely. We have to do multiple washes. This. Library of Trazin the Infant. Oh God. I can never pronounce that name. That is, correct me if I'm wrong. I could well be. That is a Necron. That's not a Necron god, is it? Not quite. I know the name vaguely, evidently. Is that a character that you can actually? I've heard of it in like is it Battle Report, but I don't know if it's. The Necron Overlord. Oh, he's a collector. Is that what he? We're actually painting again. Took us long enough to get here. Maybe I should have used Levide and add a little bit more color in there. We have shyish purple. Blackly. His library is an entire planet. That's That is impressive. I only dream of such things. What about the size of future content that I have? There is a lot. Hold on for a second now. We've actually waiting for paint to dry. Rather than just waiting for my mouth to stop moving, we're just waiting for paint to dry. Slight difference. Right. Oof. Not spilling coffee now. Absolutely. paint I was using. I think. Yeah. Oh, hello. Thank you very much. Hello. Thank you so much for the follow. I could have sworn you did that donkeys yesterday. Thank you so much. Did you decide on what you were going to paint? Did you decide what you were going to paint in the end? Honestly, I could have sworn you had done that ages ago as well. So, don't worry. I know Twitch has a habit of doing that to a bunch of people. It's very irritating. Very irritating. You primed him? Hell yeah. Ah, the Lord Veritan. Hold on. I am not Googling. So I can remind myself. Age of Sigmar, Stormcast Eternal. You said he's in the Spearhead. Big torch burning blindfold. Ah. They got a lot of people. They got a huge amount, in fact. What were your thoughts on the dragon things? Star Drakes. Did you like those kits? I'm not entirely sure if, like, I don't know where I sit. I like the Lord Imperatant. Do you have that one as well? Okay, for clarification. Maximum clarification. Like the Lord Terminos. What do you mean exactly? Ah, okay. See, I've not really paid masses attention to Age of Sigmar in general, I get slightly confused with all the sorts of different types. They've got so many. They got so many Stormcast Eternals out. I did not realize that. So when I said star, I think I meant this thing. I'm pretty sure I meant this thing. And you got a dual dragon kit with 3rd edition. Okay, see, the years have gone by. The years have passed me by with Age of Sigmar. I'm not really up to date on much. Like I've got a few favorites which I like, and I would be tempted to like hypothetically get. But it's just a whole new wave of more money going out of the window. I'm just trying not to get tempted. I like this geezer. That one's pretty sweet. Hammer. This dragon. Ionis. Some geezer running around with it, flying around on a dragon. I like. Oh, okay, this name sounds familiar. I like this. Only 85 quid. How come this is 85 quid? Where was that other one? That other big dragon thing. A great big bird. Big bird. Star Drake's £110. That's like. How much bigger is that Star Drake compared to this bad? The Lost Souls. You love the Star Drake? It's too expensive. They are kind of pricey, aren't they? The War Pigeon. I do like the. I do like this one. Pretty sweet. That's Lord Imperator Thingamajiggle. Veritant. Where is he? He is. Hold on. Dragony thing. Drake Sworn. Which one's sweet? The Templar. You should have a look at the bird from the Cruel Boys. Not like I wish. I'm not really sure what they were trying to do with Cruel Boy. It doesn't. A bit too. They're a bit too crazy for me, I think. This Lord Aquila. I like this. Do you love the Cruel Boys? We'll go and have a look at them. Because, like, I'm really not up to date with them. I thought when I first saw the monsters, like, I remember the Sunday preview thinking those are some really cool monsters. And I did like them. But over time, like the orcs themselves, like, and the hobgoblins or whatever they are, they've been less appealing to me. Holy moly, there's this big dragon geezer here. I mean, even if you were to use Element Games, use affiliate link. That's still not cheap, is it? Where's this Lord Veritant? Did I just miss him? Thought I saw some. No, that was a tree. That was a tree. I thought that was like a cat or something, like a griffhound. Second. I know that's a chariot. All right. Oh, he's part of the starter set. Oh, okay. They're exactly the kind of orc you love. Well. You know what? I was pondering this the other day, gold painting. I was genuinely wondering how many people like Like, I don't really come across too many people all about the Cruel Boys. And it's nice to see someone actually all about the Cruel Boys. You know? I hate the usual orc, the usual GW orc with the with the shitting leg, the square faces. Yeah, it's fair enough. It's fair enough. Solo, you will be working on either your Gloom Spites or your Iron Jaws when you finish your World Eater. What I have Warhammer Fantasy, like the old world. I got an orc army, sort of chilling in the background, along with all the other future projects. I do like those old orcs, and maybe that's the problem. Like maybe the Cruel Boys are a bit too new and jazzy. For me. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh, okay. So you got the Griffhound. And this one. Very nice. The problem with the Cruel Boys is they're not an independent army. Are they really? They not? How, like, because I know nothing about them. Super. I'm going to click on this one because that definitely a clothed lady. They're part of the Orc Codex. Okay, so they're a sub-faction. They need to expand. Are they? Do you reckon GW are potentially? Actually, they? Why did I click on Chaos? I meant. Advert. Are they being particularly slow with the Cruel Boys? I wonder if maybe like they haven't sold as well as expected or something, and they're, as a result, they're a bit slow to sort of add more troops, etc. Or your Bone Reapers, the Bone Daddies. What's your what are you leaning towards at the moment, Solo? And he was a first edition model they retired. Really? What heresy is this? He distracting it. No, Reno, I'm not distracted. Promise. We're waiting for paint to dry. Promise. Look, we've put paint on. We're just having a look at the well, we're going to have a look at the Cruel Boys. Auric Warclan. Yeah. Don't make me get the old Disney stick. No, not the Disney stick. Not a huge fan of the Cruel Boys. Sorry. Like, they won't expand on the Cruel Boys. They did not generate enough hype in non-orc players, and regular orc players hate them. See, that's what I've been thinking. Spell painting. I mean, it is a shame. Like, it is a shame because, like, you see GW trying to sort of like diverge from what they're basically got themselves into, like trying to broaden their horizons or whatnot, bring in more stuff. And like that's just a huge amount of cash to put out towards a whole load of molds and stuff. They're not generating the money. It's probably not going to be massively keen on repeating things, which is a shame. Like, I just don't. I like their shields. I like their shields. But I think for me, unfortunately, they do like stylistically diverge a bit too much for my own liking. But I think that's the general problem with Age of Sigmar in general. Like it's a bit too jazzy. I suppose, like hypothetically, if I was to do an Age of Sigmar army, it would be something which wouldn't belong in the old world. So maybe I could potentially bite a hypothetical bullet and get in on this, but the problem is Obgrots. Can't mix Cruel Boys and you can't mix like Cruel Boys and Iron Jaws. Really? Like, is that a like you personally can't, or is that like an in-game thing? The Age of Sigmar orcs do nothing for me. Nowhere near as fun as 40k boys. I like big butts, and I cannot lie. I do like. This is like one of my all-time. I love this one. Really like this mini. I've never painted up a war chanter. I might have to remedy that. I certainly don't hate like Age of Sigmar orcs, like Iron Jaws, because I have painted them up past to enjoy them. But Warhammer Fantasy, you know, the old world orcs generally tickle my pickle. This thing though, Kragnos, the End of Empires, I hate. In-game thing. Oh wow. Huh. 40k boys though. Absolutely. And that's exactly what draws you to them. They're a way more realistic depiction of an orc. That's fair enough. I mean, I don't know, I've got too many armies, apparently, according to some people. So I'm probably not going to be in a rush to get like an Age of Sigmar army. But I could certainly imagine like painting up a spearhead. Look at me instantly just like doing a 180 on what I just said and going, yeah, we can actually get a spearhead potentially at some point, or I can add it to the throne. But I do genuinely like the shields. I know that's not much to like about them, but I do like the shields. But no such thing as too many well, that's what I've been telling people. They don't listen. They don't listen to me. And there he is, the good old chicken. Hold on. Wait. Did I? Here we go. The Mouth of Mork. An interesting model. I'm trying to remember which one I saw first in the range, like with the monsters. Would it have been? I mean, it could have been the Sloggoth. Hey, Roland. 3 minutes commercials. I will keep stum for a bit. Roland, sorry, I missed your message. I apologize. Some of the scenery is nice. I do agree, Reno. Yeah. Hold on, the advert. Hold on. I suppose I can look on my own. I go to. What on earth is going on here? What? Why am I? I'm very confused. Adverts ending in 20 seconds. I'll just bite my tongue for a minute. there may very well be an imposter. Roland, sorry. I think the adverts are over, so I do apologise. I missed your message. Along with many other messages, folks, I do apologise. I don't mean to miss the messages. It's not intentional. Getting sidetracked. Something interesting, Badger and Crew, that is, I looked at Oryx for the old world Orc Biguns because the Orc Biguns suck. I didn't change the scene. You're looking at my back end, so to speak. Rightfully sorry, folks. I got really sidetracked. There we go. So I think this is one of the first monsters I saw. I don't know if it is the one which caught my eye, though. I think it was one of these ones. Or maybe... I don't know. Girl painting has been around YouTube for 10 years. It is. It is the OG, yes. Back from commercial. I do apologize. Obviously, like part of me should be saying, well, best way to defeat commercials is to subscribe, all that kind of stuff. Do apologize. Where was I? I can't even remember. The old world. Do we want to have a look at the old world orcs, orky boys? So Roland, do you like these orcs? I like these orcs and goblins. Like, unfortunately, though, because this, like, I was kind of, I don't want to say brought up with them, but like these were the first orcs for me, as far as I'm concerned. Like playing in Warcraft and other, and then later on, seeing them in Games Workshop and stuff like that. So these are the orcs for me, and it's kind of set the tone. I don't like World of Warcraft orcs, strangely. The big ones are meant to be big, and they ain't that big and imposing. Oh, yeah. Well, these are. Oh, no, they're not, are they? They're not that. I mean, I suppose they were at one point compared to other miniatures. What size base are they on? 30 mil square. Yeah, that's not imposing at all, is it? 30 mil square base. Yeah. Saying that, I have to get some. But I've got goblins. That's what I've got. I've got a bunch of goblins at some point. And I want to get this geezer down here. I like this one. I know this is the more modern one, but I do like this mint. Hot stuff. Anywho, so that's that waffling on about that. We can get back to semblance of painting again now. We are slowly shading this bad boy at the speed of a startled slug. It's the speed we like to work at. I'm getting so confused between these two black paints, though. Can't remember. Black Legion I should be using. There was one of these contrast paints I really liked. And then one looks juicy. Technical term. So how do you like the war chicken? Oh god. The war chicken. I was saying that I I do like it, yeah. I do like it. I don't know like how much I like it. I was saying like these, I think this was the monster I first saw from this range, which was like, oh, hello, I like this. This could be an interesting new thing for me to get on board. I would hypothetically, like, I would, like, it's a neat mini, right? But, like, 100, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money for a faction I'm not massively sold on. I would enjoy painting a monster from them occasionally, but they are somewhat pricey, to put it mildly. I would love to be in a position where I could say, oh yeah, that's well cheap, £100. Oh, I could just get 3 of them for some bizarre YouTube project or something. But we're not in that situation. Always the goal, so we can have money for weird projects. Every time I use the black contrast paints, I need to open. Reno, do you ever remember which one you like? Because I know I like one of them really. I can't remember. I think it's black. It is. I can't remember. One is a lot darker than the other. Like it's like basically matte black. I always forget. Might be the one I'm using. The Age of Sigmar monsters are so gorgeous. I mean, they do have a lot of nice monsters. I just wish I was a bit more like invested in Age of Sigmar, then I would find myself tempted to buy more, tempted to buy them in general. But unfortunately, as things currently are, quite going to happen. I've got there's a like future problems. Yes. The moment we've got like my major issue in life is Horus Heresy, the old world. Obviously, more time. That's a constant problem. As a problem, ever dissipate. More time is the best. They really hit it out of the park time and time again. I think Legion is the lighter one for better shading, but I think you might be right. I think you're right on that one. I think you're right. I think you're right. Black Templar is the matte, solid black. And what do we get in 40k? An upgrade sprue for the knight with Yeah, well, I don't know what to say about that. I don't know what to say about that. We can filter monsters. Actually, we can have, while we're waiting for that paint to dry, we can look at some monsters. Well, I think they can afford, with Age of Sigmar, they can afford to go absolutely bonkers with their like monsters and things. Like Horus Heresy, they're kind of, you know, locked in for a lot of these things. Monsters, it's mostly vehicles really have monsters. I would like to get one of these pigs. I would really, when I saw these pigs, I was like, oh, hello. I'll have a bit of that. Very much. I'm not keen on Kragnos. It looks like they've slapped his face with a frying pan. Show you what I mean? a side view of his face. So they won't let me they won't let me do the side view of his face. Because they know face looks like a slapped ass. From the side. I'm not keen on this. Let's clear all. Can we just have maximum monsters? Only want monsters. Going on with it. We fought over 30 years for true scale Space Marines, and the moment we got them, they released Horus Heresy and went back to Stumpy Marines. I like Stumpy Marine. What can I say? I'm a sucker for punishment. Although I will say I do like the Primaris Marines have grown on me, and I do like the amount of space you get to paint them. I'm disliking a little bit the fact that they're getting too busy. They're getting a bit more. They're getting a little bit too detailed. You know? Slightly. Monsters. Popular. So here we go. So let's have a look at the monsters. Now, I know this new geezer. Not personally. He's just been released. Hot vampire dragon action. I'm very tempting. I'm trying not to be tempted by him. Once you have your basic Space Marine template, adding details is... Yeah, I know, but the thing is, right? The thing is, I'll tell you the thing. Okay? It's just like the more and more details, like you got to obviously paint all those details. It just takes longer and longer to paint. Sometimes you just want an army which they look. What makes them look good is the fact they're all painted to the same standard, all standing in a row next to each other, walking towards their enemy, having a great old fight. Having, like, for example, the what are they called? Sword Brethren, Black Templars. I do like them, but they've got lots of detail creep. Yeah, no, it's the absolute thing. I do really like the Black Templars. I think they're great. And I do have some Black Templars, so I will be painting them. Like, it would put me off collecting huge amounts of them. And I think a lot of this problem is my own issue with I'm not happy with just dry brushing a miniature and leaving it at that. Like, if I see a detail, I have to paint it. I find it really hard to just like ignore it or dry brush over it quickly. And that's an irritation that I have to deal with. Good thing I only have to paint 3 of the new Stormcast Elite Warriors. You could not paint 30 of them. Yeah, so this is why I would like I am going to start doing commissions again, but I'm going to be very, very, whatever the word is, whatever the phrase is, narrow on what I will be painting. I'll only paint like units, singular units at a time. I won't be doing horde. Don't have the time in the day. Paint my own horde army, let alone. Laser focus, yeah. It's like I have major issues with staying concentrated on anything for a long amount of time. It's a major issue and it drives me around. Bellacore, never got around to getting him. These things, I can't remember what they were. They were the elf things. Can't remember what they were called. These ones, I really did not like this movie. I did not like that. I painted Blood Angels Dread for weeks. It was pure horror for you. You did a great job. Well, painting. When I saw that on your Instagram, I was like, "Ooh, oh, you did a cracking job on that." How many weeks were you on to spend doing that? There's a pigeon on the roof. I would like to get Shalaxi Hellbane. I'm not massively keen on these curly whirly bits. The balloon boss on Manglus. And great big fleshy balls. I have one of those, I think, somewhere. Half built. What was the new rat Skaven thing? There was a new Skaven. I missed it. Between 2 and 3. Are you entering? Are you entering into a competition? The competition piece. It is fantastic. Where are you? You're allowed to say where you're Olden Demon. Oh, okay. Where is that held? Because I've told myself I have to start entering a competition every so often. I fully expect to never win. I'm not worried about that. I just need to actually do it, just so I can try and improve some aspects of my painting. Got to finish him. I'm missing his head and one arm, and I can stick him together and paint him properly. The Beast Boys, Beast Riders. Drake's one, Templar, Vermin Lord thing, Nagash, Archeon. Not about that one. Can do one. A War Hydra. Oh, I like these ones. These Nurgle monster things. These, I don't know what they are. Tubes with teeth on each end. By the way. Give me a permit. Ooh, yeah. Get away from there so I don't have to. I've got still. Yeah. The problem is I paint at the speed of a startled slug. I would Ta-da, thank you very much. Who runs this? I've heard of this, obviously. Have heard of it. I just can't. My second favorite YouTube channel. Peep Show does Warhammer. Watching a battle report on MS Paint. Have I not? Okay, I'm going to have to remedy whatever this situation. The YouTuber. Okay, the problem is like I don't have masses of time to watch YouTube. I need to remedy this situation. I watch a tiny bit of YouTube, but not nearly enough. But like a lot of these people, I just don't get to see their channels, and it's it's a really bad situation, especially as I'm trying to sort of vaguely start up on YouTube as well. Got to remedy this situation. I might be following them already. I don't know. I'm going to remedy that though, live and on air. The contest. Okay, so I've definitely that channel. Oh, I am subscribed. Unfortunately, I'm just not like paying attention to anything. I'm bad. I need to remedy it. Anyway. So those are the rules though. Yeah, there's no way I can. It's far too fabulous for me to enter. Must be painted entirely by you. Conversion, see back banners. Alterations to conceal issues with... See, I have the perfect miniature. But it would have to be for next year. There's no way. You gotta have... green base, ideally in the heavy metals. Okay, so basically, this is the deal, right? I have the miniature that probably... also known as the best miniature of all time. He is on the agenda to be painted this year. I just need to, like, actually... Unfortunately, I pinned his arm on, and the staff is below his foot, so evidently his arm needs to be raised up a little. But I've had this guy... This is the original one I purchased back in 1997. I don't know when he came out initially, but I think I purchased him in 97, maybe 1998. I'm not 100%. And I did paint him back then, but stripped him of paint. And I used either this drill, I purchased this at the same time to drill that hole. But I do need to break that and fix it. Or come up with some sort of vaguely fun. 95-ish? Oh, okay. You got the same drill. I absolutely love it. And I was heartbroken when I lost it. A few years ago. So I was absolutely heartbroken. I was just like way more depressed about it than I had any right to be. So I bought some awful, like, Amazon thing, which it arrived. It said it was made of metal. It felt like plastic. It felt really cheap and horrible. And I technically still own it. I don't know where it's gone. So I ended up buying a replacement one of those drills. And I finally found out, like, another company, like the original name they were made under or something. So I have a spare one in case I ever lose it again. It's a really good drill bit. I love a drill. I love it. Good one. Yes, that is... definitely on the agenda to be painted this. Don't know when. Know where. Sometime. Use an electric one. You modern people. Electric drills. It's called... what do they call it? What was the one doing the rounds on YouTube? Call it the Wow Stick or something like that. Look at me saying I don't watch YouTube and then apparently remembering something someone said at one. I mean, it could have been a drill or it could have been something else. This WoW stick, I'm not entirely sure. The common one is a WoW stick with that. Oh, really? Tell me. Educate me if you dare. Tell me the things. Okay, I'm glad I'm not just hallucinating and hallucinating some smut into it. I'm glad I had actually heard of it. Yours is Aromax? WoW stick, you can't replace the drill bits. Really? They don't sell... Ah, well that's a big note, isn't it? Imagine not selling... You've either got to be really confident of your drill bit, like, yo, this is going to last forever, or be also like, this is going to last forever. You're going to have to buy another one. Also, the manufacture quality is poor as the insides come out. Thing is it? It's unfortunately like that is one of the reasons why I'm not massively keen on buying cheap things. Some things are absolutely fantastic and are cheap. But some things are just cheap and won't last. I prefer to buy something which lasts for a decent amount of time rather than just like at the last 4 months that you have to buy another one. Sometimes you go into something with that expectation in an emergency. I've definitely done that. I'm not keen on it. I don't like just throwing things out and just buying a new one. Obviously, it has to happen though occasionally. Army book Undead was released in '95. I love that book so much. I wish I still had mine. I don't know where it's gone. Gold painting. I wish I still had my Undead book. I don't know where it's gone. Because I know, was it Vampire Counts came out? When did the Vampire Counts book come out? It was relatively soon afterwards. Was it like within a year or so? Whereas Aromax, you can buy replacements and quality is great. I have like I used to have a Dremel, and I have been mulling them over again, like potentially. I know the Aromax is not a Dremel, but I'm just thinking of those sorts of things. Electric machines. Because I'm going to need one at some point. Vampire Counts was 5th edition. Okay, so when we... Okay, I never actually properly got into... I started collecting... I got Skeleton Horsemen, Skeleton Geezers, Chariots, Zombies, Nagash, Necromancer, and what else? I think I got one other thing. I don't have any of the skeletons left. I don't have any of the zombies left, unfortunately. I got the Necromancer and I got Naga. That's it. But I never really kind of like got into, because I was playing Warhammer 40k with my youngest brother at the time. So we were sort of playing second edition. I mean, that's the game we had. I don't think we ever bothered getting third edition at any. So first vampire, oh, was it 99? So the Undead book was around for 4 years. I did not know that. In my brain, it was the vampire book came out relatively quick after the Undead book. I don't know why I've got that in my head. I never purchased the Vampire Counts book anyway, so not really based on any practical knowledge. Have a Dremel, but won't use it for drilling. I have a drill. I got a big bad boy drill. So what would you Solo? What do you end up using more of? Dremel or the Arrow Max thingamajiggle? Because I used to have a Dremel, like when I lived in the States. Had like a snake attachment for the Dremel, and I used to use that bit as a rather than like the big chunky unit itself. I used to use the snake attachment. I don't know what the hell it was called. The bendy bit. The green book was 2001. You still got your 13,000. Me? Ow. 200 skellies. I've been thinking about this recently. Like I do like the idea of an undead army. Like of just skeletons and zombies. Mostly skellies. But I was thinking, I mean, the thing was, like, I really liked the idea of it back then, so I started collecting them. But then the reality of it was, I hated painting skeletons back then. Hated them. I wasn't keen on the look that dry brushing gave. But then I was like, well, I'm going to paint each individual rib cage, each individual rib. That was a complete disaster, trying to do that. That drove me around the bend, so much so that I ended up quitting. Now, we're in modern times. I wouldn't use Black Legion, but I do have undead skeleton, whatever the color, the bone one. You recommend the Gylite electric drill? It's powerful handheld electric. Dremel is more for polishing, carving, and cutting. Aromax for drilling. Oh, okay. They're obviously different things. It depends, yeah. Fair enough. I'm not Googling the things that you're suggesting, by the way. Definitely. I am. Yeah, so that's the whole problem with the undead, like, which is why I didn't really keep continuing collecting them. I ended up buying some Chaos Warriors, and that was about it for fantasy. And it's mostly 40k afterwards. Continued since then. So, but now with contrast paints, the idea of a skeleton army is a lot more appealing. I like Grinder. You know, it would help if my spelling was better. See it. I see it. Currently unavailable. Okay. Well, I'll be able to keep my, I mean, I don't think I'll be buying one of these gadgets yet anyway, but I know I'm going to have to be getting one at some point. I don't know, within the next few months. So I will start looking. So thank you very much for your recommendations there. Maybe I'll do some awful dodgy YouTube video in several months, and I'll be like, yeah. I ended up drilling through my hand by accident, paying attention. All right. So, sorry, my brain's still slightly boggled on 13,000 points of undead. I would like them to bring the undead back to Warhammer Fantasy, the old world. That would make me very happy. That would make me very happy indeed. Then again, so would a massive cake. What is this paint? Oh, that's shyish purple. I almost... Oh, dear. This? Yeah, this is not the right colour to use. I'm going to slap some on anyway. Yeah. Maybe it's adding a little bit of purple to the mid-tone. I'm completely avoiding the blue. Ooh. No, this is a bit of an experiment. This has actually turned into a... Hold on. Managed to stab your heel? I almost don't want to ask. I said almost. I'm going to ask. How the hell did you manage that? My friends back in the day asked me, would you like to play undead? We need another bad faction. Oh, okay. So when you say they needed another bad faction, what was the other bad faction? Anyway, whatever. We'll fix it. And what were the good factions fighting against? And they gifted you a box of skeletons for your birthday. 2 weeks later, I had a small 500-point army. 4 weeks later, it's 1,500. I converted your old Bretonnians from the core set to graveyard cavalry. 3 months later, you had 4,000 points. Bloody hell. That's impressive. That's impressive. For me, like, as I've said many times on this channel, like 40, like Space Hulk, that got me in and set me down the path of basically the sci-fi side of things. It took me a while to realize that Warhammer Fantasy existed. I didn't realize White Dwarf was a thing. It took me a few years to be able to even go to a Games Workshop. So, like, I was well and truly into Space Marine. But I always remembered, like, seeing the Bretonnians in the magazines and in one of the stores I went to. I think it was the Merry Hill Games Work. Bretonnians, like, always thought that I would love to do them at some point, but I knew that I couldn't paint properly back then. I would debate whether I can paint properly now. But I do have Bretonnians in that cupboard. Great, ready to, well, boxed and ready to get paint on it. At some point, I was the arch enemy and fought 4 players at once. So cool. That's so cool. Craft knife was stuck in the wheels of my chair when I... Ha! Oh, craft knife. Absolutely not. That sounds horrific. When I pulled in to sit down, didn't realize how bad it wasn't. Ah, yeah, that sounds absolutely horrific. Any, like, not to sort of, like, try and one-up your... that when it comes to self-inflicted damage. I fell asleep on a soldering iron. I was at college and I'd basically been up for 3 days straight trying to finish a project. And so, like, I think on the 3rd day, I went into college. I was working away on this. Was soldering a circuit together, and just like put the soldering iron down. Next thing I remember was like waking up and going ah, and it was like melted to my forearm. And that was not. Don't do that at home. Don't do that at home. Also, don't impale your heel on the craft knife. The good factions were Bretonnians, Empire, the Double Dwarf, and Wood Elves. Huh. Always Empire and Bretonnian for me. Like, they're my ones I like the most. Got some Empire that, in fact, they were. I have OBS. So these were actually for my Cities of Sigmar, Age of Sigmar army. But I'm thinking I'm just going to scrap them bases and slap them on square bases. So I can get working on the Empire Army of Doom. And then that would basically mean I don't have... I suppose I've got Skaven, Age of Sigmar, eventually. I will have to eventually bite the bullet and start painting rats. Bad factions were Chaos and Dark Elves. Chaos, yes. Like, Dark Elves can do one. Not keen on Dark Elves. Not keen on the Dark Elves. I would instead put them into a regiment. I know that is a choice. People have suggested it. I mean, I might... My own sanity I might do, but I'm thinking of rebasing them anyway. Like, well, actually, what I was thinking was those guys can be from Null, and then the other part of the army, they can be like an allied bit. They can ally in some other geezers who are on from verdant fields of green goblin green grass, head to streets of some old dodgy town. The old Lord of the Rings regiment bases are perfect. Oh, okay. I'll have a look at those. I will definitely ponder it, and I know it's the sensible idea. I know it's the sensible idea. It's just trying to get myself to do it. Right, we're gonna slap some. Oh god, that is. We're just gonna pose. Sorry, I'm still thinking of. I'm still thinking about all those undead. How much space does that take up, or are they all in storage? Tell me more. Please tell me more. Oh, it's. think we've done the most circuitous route for painting black armor I've ever done in my life. This has been an utter disaster. Oh my god. Not entirely sure what I don't think my brain was fully engaged. This much my now amusement is all gone a bit sideways. However, I can show you an old video. Let me do the permit thing. I know what's it. Ooh. 15-year. I'll bear that in mind. I'll bear that in mind. Thank you so much. Click that in just a second. What is that your biggest army to this day, or have you got something even more bananas? And my voice is still a little untrained. What do you mean by that? Do 7 Imperial Knights count? Oh, is this why you were so impressed with GW's recent Knights thing? Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Okay. 7 Imperial Knights, does that count? Is it? I don't know how many points that is compared to many thousand undead. I mean, that's a different sort of that's a different sort of thing though, isn't it? Sorry, I was getting very sidetracked. What a surprise. So I just opened up, what's it? Warhammer Community for some. The blood. Oh, I was trying to find the Knights thing that. Are they Imperial Knights rather than Naughty Knights? I know the Chaos Knights had something, and I'm pretty sure the other, like the Imperial Knights, had an entire sprue added on recently as well. They are Imperial. I have a few Imperial Knights, but I think I'm going to make them naughty. I think only because I have a Chaos Reaver Titan. I thought, well, Chaos Reaver Titan needs friends, right? Not more Reaver Titan friends, but like smaller knights is what I'm looking for. Now, where? Oh. Where's it going to open on? Stupid browser. Advert? Yes, cool. I'm going to mute this. Your family ready for premium? Family's never ready for premium. Do you want me to? Are you happy with this, or do you want me to hide the screen, anything like that. I am happy to do whatever. So at 4:55, you can see the entire army. Okay. I didn't want to, you know. Okay, so I don't know if I ever got the geezer on the horse. I was only, I had, like, compared to you, I was just like a fledgling undead, like barely even. Holy moly. Batman's Kitchen, hello. You got a Chaos Knight sitting on your shelf, waiting patiently for attention. I've got a lot of spare arms for non-Warhammer kits that I'm going to have reaching out of the hatch. Oh, I like that. Do you have a particular faction? Faction, that's not the right word. Sorry, all these undead things are... what's the word I'm looking for? Chaos Knight House, something like that. What color? What colors are you painting it? Basically, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Because I have no idea about Chaos Knights and where they come from. So I've yet to actually come up with a paint scheme. Are there direwolves? Oh, hello. I think I have that vampire woman thing. That Ken Wraith? Hey, is that Wolf? Girlies. Oh, hey, it's what's his features the Black, right? Is that Arkham the Black? Do I keep forgetting it even exists? Well, you know when Mama Knight and Papa Knight love each other very much. Exactly. And 9 months later, an Armager is born. That is very true. That is very true. I always want to call her Donatella for some reason. I've no idea why. I've no idea why I want to call her in my brain. All skellies. Oh God, sorry. I scrolled the mouse wheel. Lots of ghosty things. What do we got there? Bats? Are those bats? A sweet, sweet chariot. Oh! Yeah, I should have got him. Does he doesn't make an appearance in Age of Sigmar? Holy moly. Just a casual, massive dragon. Look at the size of that beast. I'm doing Colors of the Sunset. Oh, orange, purple. I think I have the Herpatrax Heraldry on it. You mostly do Chaos Soup. Nice. I get very... I keep second guessing myself when it comes to color schemes. It's a major issue for me. Drives me around the bend. Trying to commit to a color scheme. Rice, that army is absolutely fantastic. That's awesome. Tell me about that dragon though. That didn't look like GW, but I'm not very familiar with such things. That's the Bone Dragon. Oh, okay. Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. That makes sense. That's very cool. You got him for free after a commission of not. Oh, okay. He's full metal. That's one. That's why you don't need. One doesn't need to go to the gym. Just needs to paint metal miniatures, commissions and such like that. Yeah, I can imagine. I can absolutely imagine. Anyway, thank you so much for showing me that. That was very cool. I don't think I'm ever going to reach such lofty heights as that, but you know, it's certainly nice to see. You know, these massive sort of armies put together. Fantastic. I have a company of Ultramarines which are painted, and I do want to do first company of Ultramarines as well. So that'll be another 100 Ultra lads to the rescue. I mean, that alone is going to be quite a lot, but at the speed I paint. Drop model on opponent's army by accident. Old scene, exactly. How you doing today? Happy Wednesday. I hope you're well. Your Space Marines go on. Hold on, wait. Let me do the thing. Where if I can find. All right. Old Zine, I hope you're well, by the way. Looking after yourself and all that kind of good stuff. Keeping yourself out of trouble. What happens? Ad break. I'll wait for the adverts to finish. Let me know when the adverts finish. Ooh! Let me know when the adverts are finished. Because I accidentally the notification in chat just appeared at the top saying adverts are playing, and I pressed X because it was taking up like my chat. Like if I look at Twitch chat in the browser back end, like my height of chat is like this high because I have like everything else crammed in there as well. That's why I get rid of it. I can see some words and stuff and hit links when I need to. Batman's Kitchen, hello. Sweet flags. Oh yeah, by the way, just so you know, I also do dual stream to Twitch. So if you see me blabbering on with no sort of like someone, it might be someone in Twitch I might be chatting to, and vice versa. Just in case. So, do you have any tips for more artistic detailing, like murals? You know, that's something I do want to practice, improve. Is like, well, freehanding stuff in general is something I've told myself I want to work on. Like mostly back banners, I think, for myself, and banners. Big fan of a banner. Not necessarily, well, I suppose, murals on nights. You're back. Welcome back. Girl painting. Welcome back, old team. So just Batman over on YouTube just asked about, do you have any tips for more artistic detailing, like murals on knights, pauldrons, on flags, etc. But to answer your question, old Zine, by the way, you're okay, but you're exhausted. I understand, and I'm glad you've moved though. Glad the move has happened. I understand the house renovation bit though. Living that life at the moment. Exhausted. I use aluminium can cutouts for flag shapes, but my painting isn't there yet. Yes, aluminium can cutouts are definitely, like, that's an old school thing. I remember reading about that in the first White Dwarf magazines. I remember reading they were using cutout cans of Coca-Cola or whatever, and then bending that to shape. So, I mean, practicing on just like, well, I was going to say it's like a bit of styrene, you know. You could practice potentially on that, but this stuff, I mean, I suppose it can be cheap if you can find it, or a kitchen tile. I'm very keen on kitchen tiles because I can just pour boiling water over this, and all this paint, all this acrylic paint, will just come off. And it's like, I've had this kitchen tile since I got back from America, so 2003, maybe 2004. So this is like a 2-decade-old kitchen tile. You see, I've like dropped paint on it multiple times underneath it as well, like an idiot. So like, just if it comes to just practicing the shapes, like shapes you want to paint onto a bendy surface, then that could be a good move. And also, that is another thing I just did want to say. Like, I've yet to actually do it myself because it's something I want to practice. But if you have a design that you want, like if you see a design somewhere, overlay a grid over it. But not with all these bits on it, but just like draw a centimeter by centimeter grid, whatever, and then you can transfer that grid onto a bendy, like a knight's pauldron or shoulder. So that's one way of like transferring a shape from like a flat image on a curved surface. That's what I would recommend. Unless you're a wizard and can actually draw well, like an utter rascal. That's what I would say. Batman, I don't know. What do you think? Is that vaguely helpful? Gabba, green stuff leaves as cow. I have been pondering camo netting for not just sentinels, like some of the tanks as well. You know, I've been pondering. I ponder many things. A knockover minute with a mouse. What am I? Hold on. I will get to the. I'm going to get to that YouTube video in just 1 second. I just wanted. We're getting accident. I mean, I have, like, I know that's how a lot of people transfer, like, an image they've seen from a computer, for example, onto, like, a knight or something. Short of actually just printing it out using transfer paper, a decal paper. That is always an option, but that is yet another thing I've yet to try. When I get one, I shall certainly try. Yeah, I think that's actual camouflage netting. I just typed in actual tanks. I meant to type in miniature tanks. Like, I'm not really sure what variety of netting I would like. Like, do I want to do netting, or do I want to do sort of like almost not bandages, like ape, like Hessian sort of or burlap sort of strips? But I don't know if I'll go full on leafy when it comes to Sentinel. Or do I do sort of very quickly like this sort of, that sort of stuff? I mean, that's not leafy at all, but it does disrupt the shape of a boxy vehicle. You know? I think really depends on the bloody aesthetic I would want to go for. Which is irritating, because like it means lots of research. Means lots of research, which is a bloody nightmare for me, because it means getting sidetracked all the time. Like you know, I know we're talking about Sentinel in particular at the moment, and I'm looking at tanks with camouflage on. What's this person like? Gauze bandage, EVA, and then slap on some block. Yeah, I certainly do want to do that, Gabba. Like, in some aspect, I just haven't figured out what I haven't put enough brain power into how I want to go about doing it. Like, it's popped into my brain as like something I want to do. I've just not gone all the way and figured out how I want to do it yet. So, in answer to the question, yes, I will be doing some sort of camo. I just don't know how I'll be achieving bed camo. Now, I had a video. Hold on. Holy dreadnoughts. I want to get that Van Raider. Which one? That's the Crusader? Best camo, empty base. It's an orc in perfect purple camo, invisible. Well, I tell you what, if I accidentally found any of my brother's old orc, I would firstly ask him permission to strip them. Or at least have them, yoink them for myself. So my first company of Ultramarines are going to be all Primaris, like, scale. So Sternguard, Terminators, regular Intercessors. So the problem, I've got to stay focused. This is like, looking at this is not helping me. Girl painting, I'll just tell you that. It's not helping my brain. My brain's currently vaguely mostly fixated on catechins right now, and okay, we're staying strong. We're staying with the catechins, but this is cool. I like it. Crusaders, bolters. I hope all the firstborn stuff like dreadnoughts are in Mark 7 Marines and moved to Horus Heresy. That would make good use. Yeah, I mean, I have a firstborn second company of Ultramarine. That would make me happy. It would make me very happy if they moved to Horus Heresy. I mean, that would be the good way of doing it, right? Like, there are a lot of people out there with firstborn Marines. I mean, the tactical squads are still usable, but I mean, most people. How often do people bring a tactical squad? I don't. I literally don't know because I don't play the game anymore. Got the old ballistas dreadnought, I believe. I have a couple of those. More and some rhinos. Oh, that's a proper rhino. Proper old one. One day I'll have 3 of all, as you should do. Everyone should always have 3 of all dreadnoughts. Hey, some Bernie boys. Now, with the Saturnine box set release thingy, I'm trying not to think of accidentally starting Salamanders. I'm trying to stay focused on Ultramarines. Oh, those 3D printed thingies, I've seen them before. I can't remember. Who does those again? Or are those potentially even hand done or at home? Ancient relics spotted. I know. Trying not to. Oh, they're from Deadly Print Studios. Okay, I have seen them before. I have seen those before. And that does seem like a good way of getting around the... I'm always a fan of someone pointing. Big fan of pointing. I've got some lieutenants. Fantastic. But out of interest, how long does that take you to paint? Generally. Oh god, where's it? 5 years? It would take me that. Right. Oof. I have to swig some more. Absolutely parched. Gabba, what are you you're a very slow painter. There's nothing wrong with being a slow painter. Slow painters of the world unite. I am a slow painter and I talk a lot. I'm cursed. At least on stream. Like when I'm not streaming, the painting speeding smidgen. Only a small amount though. Nothing to get your hopes up about, but it's also another reason why I'll never be able to like be a massive army painter, commission painter type person. Like a small unit or 2 at a time, and that's about it. You burned yourself out of speed painting on your undead. Yeah, I can imagine. As a Chaos fan, an Iron Warrior enjoyer, I also #appreciate an Iron Warrior. I have a few of them. Problem is, I started collecting them when they were like the old Mark III geeks. And then the new Horus Heresy came out, and I thought, oh, don't know if the scale will work together. So I thought, okay, right, fine. These geezers are going to be Imperial Fists. That'll make everyone happy. And then we can ponder the Iron Warriors later. That's my baking Instagram. So I do technically have my Iron Warriors list, but they're not massively finished. There are a couple of them. They're sort of like very rusty, and obviously we only the yellow the hazard stripe painting we did very I mean, it's technically a stripe, barely. Like, it's very generous description of a hazard stripe. We did a lot of rust. I was going for lots of these guys and a bunch of robots and dreadnoughts. That was the plan for them. That was the plan for them. So I do have, like, I think I've got 30 guys, regular troopers, a bunch of heavy weapons squads. The iron maniple things, and some havocs. Skeezer. But yeah, I will eventually get back to the Iron Warriors, but I've accidentally started so many other projects in between. It just, I did like how these skellies from Cursed City, the skellies. I keep thinking about painting more of them because I really did enjoy them. Thank you very much, Fat Man. They were a lot of fun to paint, and they were actually pretty quick to, you know, knock through. But like the scale creep between the two series, between the original Mark III and like Mark III now, I wasn't sure how well it would go together, so that's why I kind of paused on it. Irritatingly. Hang on, that's what. Right now I'm doing the exact thing I'm always preaching not to do. Okay, what's that? I entered a game event with minis that are not finished painting. I have 2 weeks to finish the Stormcast Spear. Listen, you can absolutely do it, right? You can absolutely get that painted in the time required, right? It's gonna happen. Time to lock in. Exactly. Exactly. It's gonna happen though. Easy. Right. Need to unfortunately tickle the inner leg. And wiggle the brush around. It's a bit of a night. We are progress is happening, which always it does happen. Now, just so everyone knows, folks, this is very serious, very serious. But I did order a desk. Like I've spent ages looking for a computer desk to put the editing computer on. Once I get around to getting the editing computer, but the desk should be coming. That means potentially wiggly eyebrows all over the place. I might be able to make a YouTube video again. Once I remember how to edit videos, that's going to be the major issue. Can I remember how to edit? Do I remember editing best practices? Or will I be winging it? I will be absolutely winging it. Basically, for a long, long time. Maybe one day we'll know how to edit properly. But not this time. It will happen, though. It's going to happen. If you would excuse me for a moment, nature calls. Go for it. Last weekend I did 10 cataphracti in one sitting. You're a painting wizard. Took me all in a day. I'm trying to think what's the most amount of thingies I've painted in one day. Like the problem is like for example, I painted these Primaris Terminator conversion I did a few years ago. I painted these relatively quickly. Once I actually started painting them, it was a bit of a hassle getting them together. The Necrons, where are they? Like these guys were relatively, because they were just like a bronze paint, whatever it was, a couple of different metallic paints, hosed it down with a bunch of filth, put in some white ink. That's where the glowy bits were going to go. Am I even on the right? Yes, I am. And then slap on the basing material. So these were relatively quick. But compared to cataphracti geezers, I don't even know. Then I'm gonna have to see how much I can paint. I'm gonna do a YouTube video once I remember how to do it. I'm gonna have to be. I'm gonna have to see how much I can paint in one day. As a YouTube thing. I reckon those skeletons I think I did quickly. Like these guys, I think I did pretty quickly. It wasn't 8 hours. 8 hours or less. There we go. That is the most I've painted. This is the most I've painted in like 8 hours. A bunch of skeletons. Not that many. Not cataphracti geezers either. I keep calling them geezers. Can't help it. And the zombies as well. Did quickly. But those were, I was hosing them down with a lot of, like, Nuln oil. Burnt umber, oil washes. And then sort of some contrast paints and stuff. We were blasting through it quite quickly. I need to get back to painting like this for some things because it is quick, and I'm pretty happy with the result. It's a bit filthy, but Iron Havocs. I got some missile launcher guys. I got some autocannon geezers. And I think I have... I think I have 3 squads. I got missile squads. Also, maybe las cannons. Not sure. And why did I not paint these rivets? Very depressing. Very depressing. Oh well. Right. Sorry, I was getting very sidetracked. Let's get focused. All right, so got some details to paint. Not sure what some of these details are going to be, but yes. Some action. Code. Hello. How the devil are you? How happy are you? How is your new vehicle? I didn't ask what color it was. I didn't ask. That's what color. Because I'm trying to remember. Like my friends at school. Well, my friends, their parents had a Range Rover. I think it was like that weird. Like this was late 80s, very early 90s. It wasn't the brown Range Rover of Doom. It wasn't like the 70s brown. It was like the green. Sick green. It wasn't like British racing green. Almost like sick green. Vomit green. Eat sick. Green. Range Rover of Doom. I don't know what it was. Definitely a Range Rover. You've missed all the... I know. You've missed so much painting. It's almost... However, in... what's it? What's the word I'm going to use? There's a word. I was originally going to slap on a bunch of oil paints and stuff. And then, like, on your... I know you're painting your... Eldar, contrast paints. And I thought, you know what? You've got these bloody contrast. Why don't you start shading them in? You've done it before. You can do it again. You don't have to use oil paint. Okay. So we broke out the contrast paints, and I spent most of today trying to remember which is the one I like. I think it's Black Templar, but I don't know. They both had the word black in, and it's very confusing. Its silver is lovely. It's got the aerodynamics of a barbecue. Well, which barbecue are we talking about? There are some barbecues. In fact, I have a picture. I have a stupid image of one barbecue. I think it's powered by a V8 engine or something. I'll have to see if I can find that's. I have to see if I can find the image. Anyway, B&Q. Oh, Jesus! Sorry, it's been a long day. I thought. Okay, all right, I'm with you now. Sorry, I thought you meant like a literal barbecue, and that I was going with you on that one. It made sense. And now you've actually clarified. You mean the B&Q, like the warehouse? That also makes sense. Anyway, yes, you have missed some painting, but you got yourself a sweet car of your dreams and all that kind of stuff. So I hope drive around. We're gonna make this. This is gonna work. Today's just been a bit of a, oh god, bit of a dodgy day. Not a bad day, it's just like, happened. Had to get the printer going. Got one order mostly wrapped up. Then I realized one print has actually gone a bit sideways. So I had to reprint it. I didn't want to send out dodgy stuff. Black Templar is the darker one. I have to put, like... I'm going to have to remember which one. Black Templar came out with the first... Okay, what's the deal with Black Legion? Black Templar are the good guys. Black Legion are the baddies. They are the baddies. Now, I do have a large Black Legion-based project to do at some point. And by that, I mean I have a very naughty boy. Got a very naughty boy. Paint up. Right, I will show you. If we go back to the ancient, good old days of my Instagram when it... Oh, God, I'm so irritated with Instagram. Like, why do they have to do this vertical nonsense? Have it square. For the love of God, please. Anyway, I got this boy. So I do have Abaddon, the spoiler. Statue of Doom. I have all of his bits. I think one of his fingers is broken or missing. And one of his, like, back, you know, spikes that fly out of his back attached here. I think one of them has broken and is missing, like, the thing which was on it, like a skull or a helmet or something. So I will have to remedy that. But this is going to be a big project at some point to deal with. Again, I'm just very unhappy that I sold the Plague Bearer statue I had as well. That was a sweet statue, and I unfortunately sold it, and I regret that massive. Same black, just evil. Take your plastic card and make a stroke of each one. I will use, in fact... I'm not sure how you can tell how evil... Give them a jiggle. All right. Technical. So technical right now. I think this one is thinner. Yeah, that one's thinner. Whatever this one is, Black Templar appears to be thinner. Yeah. Black Blueberry Firkins. Black Legion is the very matte one. That one's, at least according to my rudimentary scientific method of testing. I should really know how to do these things myself rather than being told. There we go. So, what are we all doing tonight, folks? Tell me the stories, please. I have got 3D printing. Well, after stream is finished, I've got to have food and shower in one order or the other. Needs to. Yeah, it's mostly 3D printing stuff tonight. And try and find some dodgy film to watch. Not sure. what variety of dodgy film I'm talking about. Not that sort, though. The only way to truly tell is to spill it all over your desk. Yes, I know. I did that with my Vortex blue ink years ago. Absolute donkeys years ago. I did that on holiday in the south of France. Like no, that's an absolute porcupine. I was on holiday, but I was at my grandparents' house the same year, I believe. 1996, I think it was. My Vortex blue ink. Bad day. Didn't all go over, just a great big splush of it went inside the painting. What do you call it? Fishing tackle box, which I had all my paints in at the time. I will watch 1 or 20 anime and go to bed. One or the other, nothing in between. Oh, okay. You're like that. It's like that for you, isn't it? I don't have that with anime, but I do understand the binge watching thing. Like one or the other. You're going to soak in the bath and relax. We'll have to stream tomorrow. There's no stamina for it tonight. I understand that. Well, that's good. I mean, it's for me. Because it means I can get to catch your stream tomorrow. Instead of like missing some of it, you know, because I'm streaming. Hypothetically. So that's convenience for me. So I appreciate it. Thank you. Right. I watched an anime thing recently. I have not watched an anime thing in a long time. I thought after watching, I know I say the same thing every time, Ghost in the Shell and Ninja Scroll, Akira, I thought I might as well stop because they're not going to get any better. Like they're not. It's not really for me. I'm not massive into it. I've never really bothered continuing to watch anime. I like first ones I ever watched. Like I moved to the States for 3 years, and that was it. That was it for me. The anime, I watched them there, and I left them there. Solo Leveling. Which one did you watch? You watched an okay. I've not like when people just like say anime things to me, I think it all goes over my head. I've got absolutely no idea what the hell they're gibbering about. It'd be great if I did, but I just I just don't have the patience to for it, unfortunately. It's terrible. It had cars in it. Oh, okay. That would be I mean that would be a selling point. I don't know. I think I like action 80s to 90s, early 2000s action films. I like horror films. I like really bad horror films. Like really cheesy horror films with low budgets. I like that. And like I suppose yeah. About it really. Yeah. And sci-fi films have got as well, I suppose, and fantasy. A little bit, not huge amounts of fantasy, strangely. Unless those fantasy films were made in like the 80s. No. Like Conan. spider's web or something. I heard Brain Dead mentioned. Yeah, I know that's appeared in this stream recently. That's what I know the film by. But when I moved to America in '99, I was talking to people about it and they had no idea. And then I said, in America, I think it was called Dead Alive, something like that. I have not seen Brain Dead for a long time because, unfortunately, the thing is, right, I love rice pudding. Rice pudding is one of my all-time favorite puddings. And there is a scene in that film which put me off it for a while, and I got no interest in going back and being put off rice pudding again. That's what it is. Like, I did like the film. I do like the film, and like the priest chap who kicks ass for the Lord with a motor mower, a lawnmower, I thought was absolutely fantastic. Did you see the other, like the film he did before that? And now I've said that. I shouldn't have said that because I can't remember. They're making humans into snacks, intergalactics. That was a very low budget Peter Jackson film. Life of me, I'm drawing a complete blank on it. Anyway, suffice to say, Soylent Green, it was not Soylent Green, no. It was not that. It was... Got to keep an eye on the time. I've got to attempt to try and keep the streams to around about 4 hours. Peter Jackson's better when he had no money behind him. I still enjoy the Lord of the Rings trilogy. I'm gonna have a look at what's the old known for? Okay, hold on. Wait. Bad Taste was the film. Oh, he was a producer, excuse me. Producer for that. Hold on. Yeah, I was looking at his... No, he was also a director. My bad. So, he did The Valley short. Bad Taste. 1987. Meet the Feebles. Brain Dead. Okay, Heavenly Creatures. With old Watts of features in. Kate Winslet. I think I've seen that film an entire one time. The Frighteners. Okay, and then so he jumped from 1996, The Frighteners, to Lord of the Rings in 2001. Then King Kong. Hobbit. Ooh. Yeah, I watched first two Hobbit films in the cinema, and I don't even think I watched the third one. I don't think I've actually seen the third Hobbit film. Lord of the Rings is okay. King Kong was dog water, and all those Hobbit things can get in the bin. Absolutely agree with Hobbit. King Kong, I still hate the scene with all the bugs in it. Really not keen on that scene at all. That scene can do one. I own the film. I've only seen it a few times. I did like Lord of the Rings because I was at college when those were sort of coming out. I remember buying the Art of Lord of the Rings trilogy, those 3 separate books. But I did like that. I got to, and I still think they're great films. I have no recollections of Heavenly Creatures. but I know that I own the DVD from a magazine collection. I seem to remember. I only seem to. The only reason why I'm thinking I know it is there might have been boobs in it, and I was like 14 at the time. So I mean that would have sold it to me alone at the time. Get that bath fluent code, dude. I'm glad you got the car. Enjoy the bath. Have a lovely evening, and hopefully I can catch your stream tomorrow. Yeah. But I am keeping an eye on the time. Because it is actually 8 o'clock. Time to be alive. Right. But I did used to, like, when was it? 1997? The Britannia Video. I seem to remember, like, it was like a video club kind of thing. You bought, I think it was, I can't quite remember what the deal was. You got like 4 videos, excuse me, not even DVDs, 4 VHS videos a month or something. You had to get, I can't quite remember what the deal was. Which is why I did end up with an awful lot of videos. Time. Listen, strange woman laying in ponds. Distributing swords is no basis for any government. I don't know. It would tell me on a lot. Not too much. But it would certainly change my mind on a few things, probably. Yeah. So I don't know. Stream today was being a bit slow. We've not really done it. But we have things have started to move in the right direction, so I'm not like disappointed or anything like that. But we've got a lot of work to do. Thankfully, tomorrow is another day. I've got a few things to do tomorrow. I've got to mow the lawn, probably. Got to get some Etsy orders wrapped up and labeled up so that I can take them to the post office on Friday to get sent off their new owners. That's the main thing. I've really got to just basically do some tidying in this room and painting this weekend. Lots and lots of painting. Lots of painting to do. And probably lurking in some channels and stuff like that over the next few days. Just trying to have a quick look. I highly recommend you to check out the first episodes of Beyond Journey's End and the Apothecary Diaries. Is this anime stuff? Girl painting. Just to clarify. Because it is. Okay, all right. I will endeavor. Okay, I can't promise. I will endeavor to keep my eyes peeled, and if I find some time, if I can find some time, I will attempt to watch these. I can't guarantee that I will finish them, but I will attempt. That's what I can promise. They're by far the best anime ever produced. What makes them good out of interest? What makes them, in your opinion? Don't sleep on them. Okay. I will attempt to go into it with an open mind, not grumpy. I will attempt that. Once I can find them. They're not the usual anime trash. Okay. Well, that is always a good bonus, because trash out. But then again, there's also a lot of trash out there for regular I was going to say regular animated, regular human acted stuff, which I do like. So I don't know. Maybe it's I do need to dive into it. They have excellent stories, well animated, stellar voice actors. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I just don't have to be so grumpy. Maybe I just need to get out of set the blinkers off and give it a go. That could be it. And what I'm looking for is what are we doing? Just the first episode. I can do a first episode. I can do a first. However, I see adverts are rapidly approaching. So I think what we're going to do is I'm going to bonk the YouTube stream on the head. YouTube folks, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Been awesome as always. I'm definitely streaming on Monday at 4 o'clock UK time. I wish I could say I know when the YouTube video will appear. It's basically needing a desk and a computer and stuff to edit videos again. This computer is not suitable, and the more time it's off, the better, because it also pumps out so much heat. I melt. So YouTube videos are like, I have the footage. It's just a matter of editing footage into something. That is a project I'm going to be working on. I wish I could say exactly when it's appearing, but I don't know. My pleasure. We're going to go. I don't even. I'm going to go and raid. What I'll do is I'm going to bonk the YouTube stream on the head. I'll quickly change the scene. Say thank you so much. See you later. Thank you.